Come on. Welcome back to your favorite weekly sports show, ladies and gentlemen. This is ITC Sportsball. I am, of course, your man, Jerome Span, and we are here with the cast that you are come expecting every week. That is the hot take master, the spitter of that fire, like Darrell. He spits that hot fire. We have that man.
You know it's your boy Mase ready to go with another hot take or five.
Ooh, baby. And of course, we have the number one troll here. Ladies and gentlemen, he is that man. He wants to claim fake victories in Monopoly. He is that man, Darrell.
You want a troll? Here is a troll. You know what? I'm the winner. I'm the current champ of Monopoly. I don't care if you don't acknowledge it or not. I am the current winner of predictions for USC. You know what? I should have two belts back here. I'm the double champ right now.
How you the champion for predictions? Second, how you the champion for predictions? Time out. We need to rewind here. How you the champ? Because first off, your victory, Mase threw your ass the game. Y'all niggas was out here colluding against me when I walked away to go smoke. So it's collusion. So in my personal record book, so your victory don't count. So I am the Monopoly champion. Let's get it right there first, okay? I've won 2 games to your 1. All right, let's get that right. Number 2, sir. Number 2. How the fuck you figure you the champ of picking? Dude, both of the champs, I picked 1.
On technicalities. They're all technicality wins.
Now it's technicalities, Mase. Of course, when he loses technicalities, right? Oh, it's a whole bunch of bullshit is what I'm hearing.
Hey, everybody love an underdog story, so I'm reserving my wins for when they really matter. I don't know when it's going to be, but when it happens,
man,
y'all going to see a whole new nigga on the show. Let me win a Monopoly game. Ooh. Let me win a Monopoly game. I promise you. I'm gonna be brand ass new on here, boy. You can tell me shit.
Reds, blues, you name it, I'm winning.
Hey, Mase threw the game, bro. Mase threw that second game, and that's why that shit don't count, bro. You played like Baby James, bro.
I made a risky move that didn't turn out well for me.
Nah, man, you played that shit.
That's how the move went. I was either gonna win or lose based on I put all my chips on the table, rolled the dice, and I failed.
You played that shit like Baby Hummus, and you know it. I don't even want to hear it.
Nah, because first off, Baby James, he'll just get mad and bankrupt when on the first person that land on his shit. Let's be honest here. First time he landed on somebody's shit and he pissed off that somebody made a trade he didn't like, he bankrupted. I ain't go that far. At least I played the game till its conclusion. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make the nigga the trade. Fair. Wait till you go out then bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? I gave him my best shot. It's not turned out bad for me. Like I said,
it's not Mace's fault. It's not Mace's fault.
Of course you feel that way. Of course.
Because I only had one Monopoly. It's your fault you landed on it. Roll your dice better.
Roll your dice. That's 2 games in a row, though. I had multiple Monopolies and still didn't win.
See?
I will say the game has been hoeing Mase. The game has hoed Mase in some very serious ways. Like my last win, I ain't gonna lie to you. Mase should have probably won that game, but things just.
I had 3 Monopolies. I had a whole board. I had a whole side and a corner. I had all of that. Nothing. L. Took an L. Yes. That's how Monopoly's going for me. I'm taking L's. Get tired of it.
Yes, and speaking of unfortunate circumstances, that takes us right into where we're going to start this week, ladies and gentlemen. That is with that exciting, just blow your whole face off football game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills last week. Look, before I just lose my whole mind here, let me just say this, right? I want to say this. Me and Mase have been pretty hard on Josh Allen, right? I know myself especially, I have been hard on him, but I will say it plain out and simply. If you look at my tweets, I put it right out there. I put 2 things out there last week while watching games. Number 1, Darrell's boy Tom Brady is washed. And number 2, Josh Allen proved to me without a shadow of a doubt, he is elite. Okay, that dude makes plays for that team over and over and over. That there is maybe 4 quarterbacks in football right now that can make those plays. It's pretty outrageous how good he is. The Buffalo Bills, you have to give them their credit for building such a cast around him that accentuates all the things he does very, very well, right? You got to wonder if there's going to be a little bit of fall off next year because they're losing Brian Daboll. If you didn't see this morning, Brian Daboll did get announced as being the head coach of the New York Giants moving forward. So we will see what happens there. But regardless of that, though, when guys are elite, even if you start losing pieces like that, usually those guys are the ones that keep the ship at the same level, right? They still ball out. Josh Allen is elite without a question in my mind. He is not even a question top 5 quarterback in the league. All that being said,
to that game, though, before we get started, I want to point something out because I've seen a lot of people talking trash about Diggs, but I think he had like 1 catch, 7 yards or something like that. All right, he had a 2-point conversion as well, but Gabriel Davis doesn't get open on like 3 of those touchdowns if Stephon Diggs doesn't take 2 defenders. So, I mean, you can talk to all the trash you want to, man, but just being on the field, he is an impact receiver, regardless of if he's catching the ball or not. So let's just start there. Let's put that on the table because this hate is ridiculous.
I'm going to just say it plain out and simple. You got to be a damn moron if you don't understand the fact of the matter that Stephon Diggs was pulling their coverage. Hey, look, between him and Knox, they were pulling coverage away, and that left somebody open. It's what we talk about all the time, Mase, right? Where, look, man, when you got one or two of those guys, coverage is going to get pulled to them. So them other guys hit you. Look, man, you know you're going to be one-on-one. You got to make a damn play. Plain out and simple. And what did Gabriel Davis go out and do? He had to give him his life and went and made play. Oh my! Look, when he shook, who was that? Ward in the fourth. Oh my goodness, my man fell down. Just ankles was on the ground, baby. Yo, hey, we got to start calling the Buffalo Bills offense the team of the ankle snatchers because they be out here just taking people's ankles. Between what Josh Allen did 2 weeks ago and that was this man did last week, they are the ankle snatchers. Okay, goodness gracious. But yes. All that being said, though, my man Patrick Mahomes out here cooking like a Mari boy. Look, if you don't know who I'm talking about Amari Cushawn. He the chocolate dude. Go look him up on Instagram, all that stuff. He puts up the greatest chocolate art I've ever seen in my life. And you want to know why I say him and Patrick Mahomes is like the same? Because they are the GOATs. They the greatest of what they do. I'm going to say it right now. I'm riding this out all the way, Mase. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Wow.
That's bold, but
rings don't prove it. Rings don't prove it. Sorry.
In about 5 years, we're gonna revisit this.
You heard me, Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, in about 5 years, we're gonna revisit this. I'm not saying he can't keep up the good work.
No, he is. No, he is already. But Mase, who has ever had a better start to their career? Who has ever balled out like this to show you right away in their first couple years, this is what they are? Who? Name me somebody. I'll wait.
I think this has a lot of recent bias right now. It's all good though. It's all good.
No, I mean, he has a very arrogant throwing arm. This man be out here throwing sliders for first downs. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy, get out there. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, it's ridiculous. I cannot deny that he hasn't reached devil stat. He hasn't done anything to earn the title of said devil.
Did you not see what just happened to the Bills? If that
listen, bro, that last possession was all Travis Kelce.
Hey, hold on. Time out. If that is not he's the devil type of shit, I don't know what is, Mase. Think about it. Mase, he had 13 seconds.
And 3 timeouts.
13 seconds and three timeouts. And got his team in position to get the game tied up and then got the ball in overtime, marched it down the field and scored.
Hey, man, I mean, you knew how that game was going. Everybody knew that whoever got the ball first was winning that game. let's get
But
on that for a second.
But he did what he had to do.
Yeah, he did.
You about to tell me about how the rules need to be changed? Go
yes,
ahead. So we have a dissent around here. Why should the rules be changed?
It should be like basketball overtime. Should be basketball overtime in a way.
Just a quarter? Just play him like half a quarter or some shit? Like what
play him half a quarter. Yeah.
Here's where my issue is in that. You want these dudes who are already throwing their bodies to the wind to go out there and just play more football because why? What's your reasoning? How is the rule of sudden death not?
Is it fair if you get the ball in overtime, 90%, they always win?
Don't they tell you all the time that you have to win the game in all three phases: offense, defense, and special teams? So if your defense don't go out there and get a fucking stop, sorry, then you just lose as a team. You win as a team and you lose as a team, right? So your defense got to go get a damn stop.
I mean, let's not act like the Bills weren't actually the number one defense. So I mean, if there was any team that was going to get one stop, they had the best chance. But no, we all knew how whoever got the ball was winning. Like we knew that. People are just salty because either they probably had some money on the game and they lost because of an over-under, some bullshit like that, or they betted against the Chiefs trying to get a big old come up. You know what it is, man. I don't mind the rule because it wasn't too long ago that they made the rule to where field goals weren't sudden death. I mean that what people act like that wasn't like in like the recent 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean. You can't go out and kick a field goal and win, which is good, obviously. But if I chop you up and score a touchdown in 4 or 5 plays, hey, it is what it is. You knew what the game was when you came in here. You knew you had to get at least one stop to win the game.
So what's your logic on this, Darrell? Why should the rule be changed? Because I truthfully cannot understand any logic of that anyone's saying of why the rule should be changed. They've got it. Literally what they have now is perfect. The problem before was that you don't want teams to just lose on a field goal without having a chance to at least go out there and score a touchdown, right? They've corrected that problem, right? So they said you got to score a touchdown to win. What is the issue now?
Well, it's not fair. Your same team did put a submit for changing the rules for overtime years ago.
Yeah, after they lost, they're not gonna put a submission in when they won.
Real quick,
it needs to be changed.
Real quick. So we doing the participations trophy argument now? That's what we're doing?
Yep.
I can't with this dude. Fuck, man, are you fucking kidding me? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Nobody's getting participation trophies. These are professional athletes. It's the same thing when I say when a team is blowing out another team and they're like, oh, they should just run out the clock. For what?
For what?
Man, look, people got contract incentives. They out here trying to play to win. If you can't get a stop, that sounds like a personal problem to me. Do your fucking job better. That is not the other team's problem.
Okay, if you've seen a double overtime in basketball, what are you saying? Them boys are working very hard, aren't they?
Nah, most of the time, if you see double overtime in basketball, it's like, Jesus, man, there's some dead bodies dragging themselves up and down the court. People shooting everything short, hitting the front of the rim, 6-8 points getting scored in the whole overtime quarter. Like, that's ugly basketball.
Yeah, double overtime, if a team scores 10 points in double overtime, boy, you're like, oh my God, them boys is hot.
Ooh, they call fire right there.
Hey, motherfuckers don't be scoring in double over. There's a reason why they might go to overtime at 125 apiece and end the game at like 142 to 140. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that they don't score that many points in overtimes.
Man, need these rules changed. I need them.
What would you prefer, the college where they just get the ball at I guess NFL give them the ball at the 50. They each get the ball at the 50 and they just score until they have to start getting 2-point conversions. Would you want something like that where there's like 8 overtimes?
I'll take that. Then a 90%.
So you
that's not football. Yeah, see, you guys. That's what I hate about this. Is like that's not even football. Like, what the? Are people that soft now that it's like, oh no, man?
How's it not football? They're still playing the same game.
You had 4
about
quarters to get
how
your
much
stops
more-
and get the lead. You
Think
have
about
4
how much more
quarters.
efficient NFL offenses are.
Then why don't we just land in ties? Why
Do you
don't we
not
land
think
in
that
ties?
these boys would like go to like 10 overtimes before somebody's like, you know what, man, fuck it?
Yeah, that's you got to give
So-
it.
Because I
It's
mean,
so dumb.
a 2-point conversion ain't that hard to convert, especially when you have a Mahomes or a Josh Allen who, at the end of the day, can still scramble and get
Yeah,
you 2 yards.
Put in that work. Get that win. They better do that same energy if they get to the Super Bowl. If they don't, all this is a myth. Myth.
Man, I'm sorry,
Myth.
dog. This dude right here.
Hey,
man.
Myth.
Listen, bro, keep the overtime rules as is.
Man.
Everybody shut the hell up. We all knew that whoever's offense got the ball in that game, they were gonna win the game. It's literally just that simple.
How you want your prayers and dreams and hopes? Which one you want?
I don't know. You tell me, because that must be what you doing out there for Tom Brady right now. Like, please, Tommy, don't let it end this way.
What you gonna do? Hey, what you gonna do when the Patriots retire? Who's gonna be your backup team, bro?
You know what?
Hey, look, all I'm gonna say, Darrell, is you was talking big cash last week, talking about, oh, don't ever bet against Brady. And what I tell you, even with the Rams trying to fall all over themselves and hand these boys the damn game, okay, your boy Brady, I'll say it again, is washed.
Well, he's the washed goat then. He's still
all
better
I'm saying is you let Cooper Kupp.
Hey, come on, man. Come on. Nah, we can't hate on Cooper, dog. Like,
I'm not
that man
hating
is
on-
always open. He always, you
Hey.
can't talk about him like that.
My boy Cooper Kupp with like they didn't even honestly, bro. That's probably the best weekend of football I've had in a while, bro. Like that
When was
was
the last time something was good like that? Give me a year.
it's kind of hard because there's usually like one close
Oh,
game.
I know. It was the last time the Patriots got to the Super Bowl, because if you remember correctly, there was crazy games in the divisional round
Was
that
that
week, and
18?
then the AFC Conference Championship where the Patriots ended up winning that game in overtime. That was a hell of a weekend of football too. So yeah, it would probably be that in my mind, I would say. But no, this was better than that, though. I'll say this shit. This is insane. But Darrell, you're not dodging this, dog. Is your boy washed? Yes or no?
No, it's a team-based game. Sorry. It's a team-based game. All working parts have to be working.
He not going. Hey, he gonna die on this hill. He gonna die on this hill.
But wasn't your thing talking about quarterback win and quarterbacks is a win stat now? Like, because that's what you was trying to say about Patrick Mahomes, because you want to give Tom Brady all the credit for all those Super Bowls. When Darrell, if you want to be real, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Put Patty on the Browns. Does he win? Put Patty on the Browns. Does he win?
Yes.
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 Absolutely. Yes.
Hey, let me ask you something. If Tom Brady had to play with the same offensive line as Patrick Mahomes last year in the Super Bowl, do the Buccaneers win that game? All right, then. So what are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? Because look, we seen Tom lose. What? It was just Tristan Wirfs, and then the other tackle got banged up in the game. But we saw the Rams was beating their ass all game, even up.
Well, they got lucky.
So,
they got lucky. That's all.
They got lucky. They got lucky. You know, they punched them boys in the mouth, man, and they was like,
hey, everybody has a bad game. Everybody has a bad game.
Hey, look,
everybody has a bad day.
That's what Cam Akers gets to say. That's not what the Buccaneers. That's what Cam Akers say. You know what? It's all good, baby. Everybody has a bad game. Everybody does. It's like, yeah, I bet you that is what you got.
Second game back after an ACL, he can say that.
But you can always hate on Brady because he has the rings. That's all, and he's still in here. His arm's not dead. You know, he's not on prosthetics.
I mean, he was looking pretty washed there for most of that damn game. So I don't know what we talk about. He can't really throw the ball downfield. Look, let's just be honest. That touchdown that Mike Evans caught, that was more about Mike Evans being able to, right at the top of that route, at the end of it, be able to just dial it back a little bit, get a little bit of a push so he could get that separation. It wasn't like Tom Brady just threw that man open now. So, come on, baby. You willing to admit he's washed or what?
That's a hating argument, and I can't hate on your opinion, so you know how that goes. That is all
Makes
opinion.
you willing to say it? You
Nope.
getting on it with me?
Until
that Brady is washed.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's more careless now. He throws a lot more 50-50 passes. Like he's a lot more careless with the ball these last few years is what I've seen. I mean, if that constitutes as being washed, then I guess so.
Hey, Mase, let's talk about it. Didn't he try to throw the Bucks out of the damn NFC Conference Championship last year? Didn't he try his damnedest to do that?
Yeah, I think this whole like GOAT thing may be starting. It has gone to his head because I feel like he throws a lot of passes that you wouldn't see Tom Brady 5-10 years ago throw.
Hey, look, at the end of the day,
like I said, maybe he's washed. Maybe he doesn't give a damn anymore. Who knows?
He's washed. Look, it's easy to cover up when you washed when you got 3 dudes that you have to double cover. It's easy. It's real easy. And then on top of that, then you just got Gronk running underneath for you all the time.
And you got these fucking grizzly bears for offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying?
It's real easy not to look washed. It's something that me and Will have talked about for years. Look, I think Tom Brady is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But I think it's absolutely insulting that people want to say that he's better than people like Joe Montana. You have lost your damn ever-loving mind to say that he is better than somebody like that. Tom Brady, he gets hurt, the rule change. Joe Montana gets hurt. You just better get back in the game, baby. Get back when you can and get in the game. Okay? It's a different era of football. It's something that me and Mase have talked about for forever and a day. One of his biggest places he's been able to work in his career is in the middle of the field. Most guys, like Joe Montana's and them, if you was working in the middle of the field, you better pray to God you got a Michael Irvin that's just crazy enough to say, I don't care, I'm going to go over the middle and catch this ball. Like, you better hope you do. I know that was a terrible Michael Irvin. I know it was. I know.
All I'm saying is, though, he can't throw to Julian Edelman and them small dudes over the middle like he had the opportunity to do in New England. Like, you can't throw no 5'10", 175 dude over the middle back in the day. They was gonna have to scrape him up off the turf.
Yeah, like you guys remember like growing up when going over the middle was like a badge of honor. It was like when they said that about a guy, that means you knew that dude was like, I will throw my body to the wind, dog. I don't care.
Throw it to the wind.
I mean, listen, bro, it got so bad to a point that Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce, them boys perfected catching the ball and going immediately to the ground.
What?
That was like the first team that I remember like consistently throwing the ball over the middle of the field. Was the greatest show on turf? You know what I'm saying? Like them boys threw over the middle, but hey, that was it. Let me catch this ball. I don't need no yak. I don't need none of that. I'm getting down.
I'm not trying to die today.
they knew they could earn their money over the middle, but they also knew that if you don't get down, you're gonna take about 5 years off your career.
Hey, look, dudes like Dawkins and stuff. Like it's weird to me, man. I don't even think that a lot of the safeties and stuff that we grew up loving, I don't think they could actually play.
They couldn't play
as successful in this era because a big part of their game was I may not be the fastest, but I know I can beat you there to dislodge that ball. A lot of those hits now are penalties. Like Brian Dawkins, you go back and go look at some of them early hits in his career. Yo, a lot of his hits, that's a penalty now. Like I love Ed Reed. Ed Reed had I think he could play in any era because he had an ability to play coverage too in a way that a lot of guys didn't. But even some of his hits, like you remember the one when I think it was on that punt when the dude grabbed him by the face mask, and so he went and made somebody else pay for it. That's a penalty now. Like, you getting fined and everything. You might get suspended a game for that. But that was just football then. So, like you remember when Warren Sapp destroyed, I think it was John Runyon, was it? You remember on that pick when he destroyed him, bro? And they was like, oh, is it a dirty play by Sapp? Nah, baby, if you know in football, gotta keep your head on a swivel, baby.
On a swivel, baby.
If you don't, that's the cost.
I remember, boy, I used to love them crackbacks. I could, boy, hey. In my mind, I'm picturing this dude's feet where his head should be, and I'm making it happen.
Hey, you remember when Hines Ward used to hit people with them crackbacks, dog? He used to try and kill them gentlemen, right? Hines Ward is one of my all-time favorite receivers because he was just straight grit. Like, I'm gonna go out here and block hard for you. When I catch it, I'm gonna get this yak real quick because I ain't the fastest dude. So I ain't getting over top. Okay,
yeah.
But I'm gonna get this yak. I'm gonna put this stiff arm in somebody's face and keep it moving. But yeah, like, man, I remember like some of his blocks now, Mase.
Oh yeah, penalties. Or honestly, in the rule, you can't even go for that block.
Nope. I mean, look at one thing I would say too is a lot of these defensive linemen have also benefited from some of these rules too, because you remember from forever and a day, Mase, you got a great like inside rusher. They were just gonna go at his legs all day. One guy was gonna go low, the other guy was gonna basically stay high, and they was gonna take him out the game. And as a defender, you gotta manage these dudes, these 300-pound behemoths, trying to take out your legs while also still trying to get to the damn quarterback or the running back. It's like that's
while also having a dude trying to knock your block off at the same time.
So it's like, yeah, man. That's my thing with Brady, though. I think he's benefited from a lot of rules changes because you can't really defend in the same way that you conventionally were for the majority of time that football was in existence. I mean, this is really what football, if we're just talking about it in the modern sense, right? It's been this way since roughly like the 50s, 60s, right? So you're talking all that time up until about 15 years ago, where it made such a dramatic change in the rules to where they shifted it more towards offense. The game's different, and that's why it's hard for me to give Tom Brady the credit that a lot of people want to give him for his numbers and all that, and his longevity. But it's like, yeah, dude, of course you're going to have this unseen longevity before in the NFL. When, for one, I give you your credit. You're a guy that takes care of your body, right? You do what you need to do. You're very, very serious about that. You're meticulous about that. So I respect that about you. But number two, the rules have changed to where, hell, right? It's a fucking penalty if a defensive lineman who had to just think about the madness in this. You're a 300-pound lineman. You have to get through two other 300-pound guys trying to block you, get to the quarterback, hit him in an area that's only from here to right below his navel, right? You have to hit him only in that area. And then after you've hit him, you have to make sure that with all your speed, force, and momentum going into this man, that you do not then land with all your body weight on top of him.
But think about this for a second, man. You had a Joe Montana, a Dan Marino play like cooking niggas in a time where you could pretty much German suplex my boy. Like I'm talking about, hey man, the way the quarterbacks used to get hit.
I'm about to just turn it again. I'm about to just switch up the plate one more time. So if Tom Brady is washed, right? In your opinion, so if I put another sport into this and I get another guy, are you going to say he's washed too? So if I bring up,
he about to talk about LeBron. I know.
He already knows. He already knows.
Well,
so if I put LeBron into this, who's more washed, LeBron or Brady?
Tom Brady, without a question. What would the Lakers record? Let me ask you this, and I'll answer your question with the question. And I know it's kind of an asinine thing to do, but it's very simple. What would, if you took LeBron James off of the Lakers, what would their record be?
Crash.
It'd be
without
even
Brady,
worse than it is now, right? You
what-
would objectively say it'd be worse, right?
yeah.
Okay, so if you took, let's say, Aaron Rodgers and put him in Tampa Bay, is Tampa Bay still as good? He knows it is.
50-50.
50-50?
50-50. Yeah, 50-50.
You mean you tell me if you give Aaron Rodgers more than one receiver?
50-50.
Huh? This man has been this over the course of Aaron Rodgers.
You want to hear my you want to hear me out though.
To throw the ball to.
You got to hear me out though. Not always something that you think is going to be good can be good for that player. I'm just
out of
saying.
here, man.
I am. So you thought everybody at the beginning of the season, the NBA season, thought Westbrook was going to be a good idea for the Lakers.
Who said that?
Who thought that was gonna be? See, you
Y'all
keep trying
didn't
to
say
say
it.
this.
Y'all didn't say it.
Who is everybody? Because I didn't hear nobody saying that.
He gonna be with LeBron. He gonna be with Davis. It's gonna be a dream team.
Or not LeBron. Westbrook has the most I don't give a fuck I've ever seen from any professional athlete ever. This man's. I mean, him and Jay Cutler are like fighting for the most I don't give a fuck. Tell me I'm wrong. It's Westbrook, Jay Cutler, and everybody else.
I should switch it to like if you put Westbrook on any team, is he going to be good? That's the problem.
Okay, so all right, so if you want to talk about washed, Russ is washed. If we're going to talk about it, I have loved Russell Westbrook for his career. If you know anything about me, if you listen to this content over the years, right, you know I love guys that give it hard every night and especially in the NBA with it being such a long season now, I don't necessarily fault guys that aren't going to go 100 miles an hour every night, right? But there is a certain level of admiration that you have for a guy like Russell Westbrook, right? That you know every night that Russ shows up, that motherfucker's going hard, right? There's not a question out there. He is going to give it his all. So I respect it. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He did something that I didn't think was going to be repeated after Oscar Robertson, right? I've always looked at the numbers and tried to see how they trend out and stuff and see if anybody was even like relatively close to do it. And before Westbrook started doing it, the closest that we had was LeBron when he was averaging like, there was like 28, 8, and like 7. And it was like, okay, well, if he upticked his, if he really took the time and was like, hey, I'm just going to rebound more and get a couple more assists a game and really push it. I was like, he's the guy that can do it. But Westbrook did it. Westbrook averaged a fucking triple-double for multiple seasons. Yes, I will not lie to you. There was some time for sure when them dudes on the team was like, hey, we got you in this box out, Russ. We got you, baby.
Yeah, that was
like, I get it. I ain't mad at them. They did what they had to because I was their guy. But regardless, he still had to go out there and have that hustle to go get that damn ball. Plain out and simple. There's a lot of guys that ain't got that in them every night. Okay, there's a lot of guys. There's plenty of guards in the league where when the shot goes up, they going the other way. They're not putting a body on somebody. They're not trying to get a board. They going the other fucking way. Okay, so gotta say it, but he is. Golly, is he fucking washed at this point, Mase? Oh my God, what has happened, bro? Like, it's like. Since he can't just blow by you all the time anymore, it's like his shit went from like being like here to he just bow, boom, in the dumpster, nigga. Oh my God, is he washed? He's done. Like, bro, you have to bring him off the bench at this point. You can't keep starting this man. You cannot keep doing it. You cannot do it. He has to play with the second unit. You cannot do this. This is fucking madness. What's the definition of insanity, right? It's doing the exact same thing, expecting a different result. Look, y'all keep expecting Russ to at some point be able to pick this up. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. For his career, what kept him alive was his will going hard every night and the fact that he was always super athletic. And up until maybe about 2-3 years ago, easily top 3 athletic guard in the league, right? But he ain't that no more. There's plenty of dudes that can blow by him. So I think one of the biggest things that I heard that's astute about what's going on with Russ and how he can make things better is what Shaq said to him when he was at the game, which is Slow down, dude. You can't go 100 miles an hour all the time anymore because you'll get up to 100, then them gears start misfiring. You got to bring it down to 80, and now the dude done caught up to you, you know? So you can't do that all game anymore. He has to start learning how to just quick switch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to go first gear, and then I'm going to shoot right to 5. I'm gone. You know, like, and do it in bursts. You can't do it all game anymore. But if he can't do that, look, man, you can't ask him to shoot the fucking ball. Oh my God, is he one of the worst shooters I've ever seen in my life, right? Like I love Russ, man. And I thought I was a guy that thought he was gonna get better. But fuck Mase, how do the Lakers fix this at this point? Because they was right. The nigga is washed. He's washed. I'll admit it, Darrell. He is.
Honestly, bro, you can't fix this. The Lakers just got to take this L this year because who's gonna take who's gonna take him?
The only contract you could trade him for is John Wall.
Oh yeah, John.
And he's
Wall.
worse. He's basically the same shit.
Wow. I don't know.
The only difference between Westbrook and John Wall at this point is that Westbrook is available.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right.
That's it.
He's so right, though.
I saw a stat the other day that said Dirk has played in more games over the last 5 years than John Wall has, and Dirk has been retired for 3. That should tell you.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Like, when was the last time we actually saw John Wall in a basketball game?
Been a while.
But I mean, he was hurt for the majority of the last 2 years in Washington. He was hurt,
and then we saw him a little bit in Houston, and then what? Didn't he get hurt again? Right?
He got hurt, and then he was sitting because he was looking for a trade, and got hurt again.
I think when was the last time we actually saw him be like good?
5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe 2017, 2018.
Before the first injury in Washington.
And he's another guy that, just like Russ, his primary advantage has been that he's like super athletic. He's way faster than a lot of these guys and way more athletic. Now that he doesn't have that anymore, he's another one where he's never been a knockdown shooter. Like, it's one thing that used to infuriate me, Darrell. I know you can feel me on this. When you're playing 2K and a nigga pull up with John Wall and be hitting threes, it's like, nigga, he can't do that.
He doesn't do that in his life right now. He's screaming at the screen.
That's not who he is, 2K. That's not who he is.
Hey, there's a lot of things you do in 2K you wish it'd be in real life. I'd be shooting with freaking Holiday on the Bucks, and it'd be like, yo, he doesn't be doing that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. Shooting like clean green beans.
Hey, he turned Drew Holiday into Steph Curry in the game. Like, what the fuck is it? You don't shoot like that. This is crazy.
Pass it to Middleton. He does it. People be angry when I do that. I'll be 100% be doing that at 2K.
I'm telling you, man, that shit makes me look, man. It's why I can't even do it nowadays. Like going online trying to play nigga 2K, boy, I get so furious. And the nigga pull up on me.
Oh, I can play 2K now. I can play the Nets now. I got Kyrie back now. It's all murder season.
Hey, no, look, man, you can't play. Look, you can't be playing.
Hey,
with him. That's
do they take him out of the game if you play?
They took him out the whole game.
Where the arena doesn't let you. Like what is there certain teams he can play against?
No, it's not in certain teams. Nah, like they took him out. So when he did the whole vaccination rant, he was out the game. Period. You could not put him back in the game. When they said he could allow to play like certain games, they put him in. Doesn't matter. He can be home. He can be away.
Hey, they need to put it in the game, like you said, Mase. Hey, that he can't play. You can't play at home with him. Okay, there's no Kyrie.
Can't play in New York. Can't play in LA.
Can't play in Chicago. You can't play all these places, Kyrie.
It was kind of crazy because I was playing Cousins the one day, and then as soon as they had the announcement for Cousins, oh, he's out the game. Done. Out here. I was like, this is bullshit. There's no instant updates. That's
all right. I got to ask, who's you guys' 2K guy that you used to ball out with that you know he had no business playing that goddamn good? I can tell
Shane
you
Battier.
I want to see who you...
Shane Battier.
He did it with the The baddie.
Hey, I used to cook niggas with Shane Battier.
I'm gonna say Rick Fox.
You used to cook them with Rick Fox.
I used to cook with Rick Fox. I was throwing threes with Rick Fox for no reason.
If I'm playing Shaq and Kobe Lakers and I'm getting beat with fucking Rick Fox, I'm furious.
I was not using Kobe. I was like,
Hey,
I hate your shot. Let me use Rick Fox.
Hey, the Rocket Shane Battier, boy. I used to, cook boys.
All right, y'all gonna laugh. For me, it was Luke Richard and Mute. Boy, I made Luke Richard play like he was LeBron in the game, dog. Like it was crazy.
Oh shit!
Like, yo, I'm talking about for real. Like, I remember one league me and my homeboys did, dog. That man was the leading scorer in the league because I was out there giving people buckets. Okay, played out.
The honorable mention for me was Antonio McDice. Boy, mid range. I used to cook niggas, boy.
I'm really. Honestly, my main guy is Tony Parker. I could just use Tony Parker like he's Curry. I'll be shooting people's faces with Tony Parker.
Hey, D Rose before the knee injuries and KD. I've always been like KD. Like I can get you buckets.
Which KD though? Which
any
KD?
Of them. Any of them.
Any
of them. I can get you buckets with that KD dog. Like that man is. Whew. Oh yes, he's a cheek. He is 6'11", got arms like he's 7'4", and can shoot threes and run up and down the floor with the ball. What else do I need? He goes and dunks on you. It's hilarious.
You know the most like if someone tries to pick an all-star game against you, and like they're picking old classic teams, that Shaq Magic, kryptonite.
Oh, you mean the Shaq to be running up and down the floor like yo, I just been running that fast.
Everybody on that team can shoot a three.
Nah, bro. The T-Mac Orlando Magic, nigga, I could put 80 on your head. No problem.
The Tracy freaking Magic, man. That shit's horrible, man.
Hey, the T-Mac Magic, bro. Hey, boy, T-Mac was out there cooking, boys, nigga. Average 65 a game on people, boy.
Shit. It's not even fair.
At that point in time, T-Mac was a cheat code.
Yeah, he still is. He just busted. You have him on any team.
If it wasn't for the fact that he would always land on one foot and fucked up his back, T-Mac was ridiculous.
I don't even like using Jordan in the game. Jordan is done.
Hey,
that man, you can block him. He's still making it. And that's how much they made him in the game.
Ain't no hey, I would take MJ, dog. Like, look, you give me like, what is it? I think it's like 91 MJ. Over, bro. Over, bro. That's like when he still had all his athleticism. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. I don't even need the Jordan with all the post badges. Give me the Jordan that still flies. That guy is the one where he just go up. And then
you get someone salty. You get someone salty when they hit you with the instant green clip when they're doing a layup or doing a slam dunk. Just drop your controller. Just drop it. 100%.
It's cheating. It is cheating. Is what that is. But I have to ask. This was totally out left field. I know we were talking about the NBA, but I just thought about this. Did y'all boys see that damn video that Jake Paul dropped about this man Dana White, bro? Did y'all happen to see that?
Which one? He just dropped
this man
that
dropped a whole diss song for this man Dana White and got a video for it and everything. Now look,
wow,
y'all know I do not fuck with the Pauls. That's it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't get down with
music. You listen to music now?
It was on World Star, bro. I was using bathroom. I was looking at World Star, trying to see some funny videos and shit. And I was like, well, hey, might as well. Got to do a show today. Might have some content to talk about. And I was like, oh my God. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, Jake Paul spitting some bars. Some of the shit he said in that song, though, is hilarious. This man told Dana White he needed to lay off the cocaine, boy, and that shit was Yeah.
That's always the crack Jake Paul had. You've been laying that same joke. Like Dana White, you be smoking crack, you be snorting it, like everything. Like,
hey man, hey shit. Dana White looked like he hit a bump of that cocaine from time to time.
You know he does. You know that man be out there. He probably got one of them little bullets that he keep in like in his jacket, in the inside jacket pocket, where he just go up and then be like, let's go. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, he be trying to look like the Wolf of Wall Street. He's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, baby. Cocaine. Oh, yeah.
He said yeah, you know what? I can get tested for cocaine. You're not going to find nothing.
Hey, look. All I can say is I don't promote nobody, promote no Paul content. All I will say is if you watch it, you will get a laugh. It was hilarious. Cyborg Santos actually makes an appearance in the video. But yes, some of the stuff he says is fucking hilarious. Oh man. Look, I don't like the Pauls. Don't fuck with him, but that shit, I can't. I'm not a hater, bro. My soul, inside my soul, I'm not a hater. And when somebody do some funny shit, I gotta give him credit. That shit was funny, especially because I don't particularly like Dana White as it is. I think he is a shyster. So y'all know, hey, what I say, what I tell them, stop acting like it was what movie? Exactly. So but you know, it is what it is there, but hopefully at some point, you know, we can actually see Dana White pay his fucking fighters, but who knows? But I have to ask, Mase, do you have a madness for the people this week?
I do.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it is your favorite segment of the show each and every week. The one we're going to start clipping up for you guys and putting that up in little short spots too. We're going to start clipping some of this up for you guys. Look, I'm just getting better at this, people. I'm sorry. I'm not a fucking producer or director, but I play one here at ITC. Goddamn it. So give me some slack, okay? Give me some slack. But your favorite segment each and every week. Ladies and gentlemen, we take you deep into the mind of a madman. This is Mase's Madness.
Yo, can we get a list of every Hall of Fame voter that didn't vote for Barry Bonds? How on earth did this man not make it? How? You mean to tell me how? I got nothing for this. I do not understand. Fine, you don't like the dude. Fine, he got a water jug head, whatever the case may be. My man turned 35 and his shoe size got 2 sizes bigger. Who? So? Listen. Baseball probably would have died off as it wasn't for McGwire and Sosa. Let's talk about that for a second. So you trying to tell me that home runs ain't the only reason why baseball is exciting? Because you can't sell it, you can't celebrate. You hit a double, you got to run for your life. I mean, man. I mean, even before the home runs, Barry Bonds was probably the best outfielder in baseball for a long period of time. I mean, how is he not unanimous first ballot? How did that not happen? These people out here. Listen, man. It's time for we got to get some new voters because this is ridiculous. David Ortiz was the only one to make it this year. Like he was the only one, and you trying to
David
tell
Ortiz, who also has steroid allegations.
Yeah. I think what they said is that the tests were inconclusive, so they couldn't use them. Get the hell out of here. If it wasn't for steroids, baseball would be boring as hell. Don't nobody want to see people hit singles and doubles. Don't nobody want to see that. But you know what we want to see? Barry Bonds out there skyrocketing baseballs. That's what we want to see. I'm pretty sure that baseball that he hit in the World Series is probably orbiting the Earth right now as we speak. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, I bet you that bad boy is still in orbit. Ask Jeff Bezos. He went to space. He probably saw it. Y'all boys this is completely ridiculous. I mean, you can put Barry Bonds' stats up against everybody in the Hall of Fame. Take away the home runs. Let's take away everybody's home run numbers. Let's put every other stat up there. Talk about walks, on-base percentage, end-of-season rewards, batting average, all of that. You trying to tell me that Barry Bonds still ain't making it?
Well, hell, here's my favorite part about all this, right? And I'll let you finish up, but I just wanted to interject with this. If you can literally take away when it was said that he started doing steroids, and he already had a Hall of Fame career. So I don't understand the logic of keeping him out at this point. The sanctimonious nature of the Baseball Hall of Fame is absolutely absurd when there are wife beaters, alcoholics, cheats, all in the Hall of Fame.
Is Pete Rose in the Hall?
No.
Pete's banned. Pete's banned for life. He'll never get Pete'll never get look, Pete'll never make the Hall of Fame because he admitted gambling. He should have just kept it to himself and kept saying he didn't do it. Then he might have had a chance, because then some of the Veterans Committee and these writers might have put pressure on them to unban him. But as soon as he admitted it, nah, you can't admit to betting on the game, baby. They can't let that in. Doesn't matter how great you are. It fucks with us with the feeling of the sport being not fixed. You know, once you start talking about guys betting on the game, now you're worried about stuff being fixed. That's why Shoeless Joe Jackson will never be in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame career too, but he'll never be in because of the Black Sox scandal.
Okay, so
to hop back on my soapbox though, how on earth, I'm pretty sure these baseball sports writers, these people that get their vote, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they probably eat, breathe, sleep, and shit baseball. How on earth does the motherfucker who broke the home run record, not just for a career, for a season, how does the motherfucker who has 7 league MVPs, countless Golden Gloves, come on, man. Y'all, listen, this is ridiculous. And not even to mention that Curt Schilling didn't make it either. I mean, I'm trying to focus on Barry Bonds because I would have never watched baseball if he wasn't knocking 70 plus home runs out of the park. You know what I'm saying? He and Curt Schilling didn't make it. So what? Yeah, seven MVPs. You trying to tell me that man didn't make the Hall of Fame? Y'all are nuts. Y'all are completely nuts. This is ridiculous. They need to throw the Hall of Fame away. This is ridiculous. This has been burning me up all week. As soon as I saw that Barry Bonds and Curt Schilling didn't make it, but David Ortiz did, ooh, I've been steaming since.
Well, the biggest thing that's crazy to me about the entire situation, Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds both had Hall of Fame careers before they were ever alleged to have done steroids. So why the fuck are you keeping them out? What? You already knew they were Hall of Famers, but they did the steroids to give longevity to their prime playing condition, right? They did that. And yes, we saw where it helped them both out, being able to perform at a very, very high level when they were in their later years, right? We saw that. That's very reasonable to understand, but they already had Hall of Fame careers. So why are you keeping them out? What's the purpose?
You know what it is, man? The same people that left them out are the same ones that be crying when Fernando Tatis Jr. hit a home run and hit that bat flip on their ass, boy. You trying to tell me? Listen, I can't sit through a whole baseball game. I can barely sit through a whole inning. If I turn on a baseball game and within that inning or 2 innings, if nobody hits a home run, I'm turning it off. Straight up. Can't do it. Not watching. I don't give a damn. Now, you try to tell me if somebody hit a home run, do a bat flip, and flick off and you know what I'm saying? Give the pitcher a stare down, like, yeah, boy, we out here. Listen, do you know how many more people would watch a baseball game if there was theatrics involved? If there was a sense of, I'm whooping your ass? Come on, man.
I just want to say one thing. Steroids don't make no difference in baseball. You got to hit the ball. You can be on steroids. You got to hit the ball. Like you got some crazy ass pitchers out there in baseball, and just him hitting a ball and getting home runs and everything else like that. That's entertaining. That's what you want to see in baseball. You do not want to go ahead and just like, okay, this guy's throwing a pitch, narrating. Okay.
I mean, think about baseball right now. You have so many specialty pitchers now that the dude that you bring in for relief in the 6th inning is throwing 100-mile-an-hour heaters, and then they bring somebody else in the 8th inning to do the same thing, and then they bring in the closer that's going to throw 105.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
No, it's stupid to me. And what Darrell's saying is true to a very to a degree, right? Because it is going to benefit you in some ways, but like you said, Darrell, you still have to have the ability, that inert nature and that hand speed and stuff. You have to have that just stock and stuff that you worked on over the years. The steroids aren't going to give you that ability. Yes, when you're a guy like a Brady Anderson, to where you may be only like a 20 home run guy a year, then all of a sudden you shoot up to 45. Yeah, it's going to help you out there. But he still was batting like the same shit. It turned some of those hits that may have been doubles before into home runs. And like Mase said,
those pop outs may have turned into home runs, but that's more exciting.
Home runs are more exciting.
And on top of that, you're not giving any danger to any player at all with these steroids. Are you?
A steroid ain't gonna turn you into Ichiro. You know what I'm saying? Steroids ain't gonna have you out there slapping the ball wherever you want it to go. Steroids ain't
Preach, brother Mase.
Steroids ain't gonna turn you into Ichiro. I never saw Pete Rose hit personally, but I've seen Ichiro, and I can tell you right now, Ichiro is by far the best hitter I've ever seen. And a steroid in sight gonna turn you into that. Not one.
Prayers, dreams, and hope. That's it. You better learn how to hit the ball.
You better say your prayers, take your vitamins, and do what you gotta do.
You know what I'm saying?
They
like,
get you there.
nothing is going to turn. Bro, the craziest Ichiro stat ever is after this man's 10th at bat for his career. He jumped over 300 batting average and never went down since. 10 at bats. I mean, hit 300 and never went down.
That's who he is.
If somebody knows a steroid out there that can get me there right now, I promise you, my boy, let me know. I got baseball years in me. If I can get that and hit like Ichiro, I got baseball years in me.
You got good knees?
You don't need good knees in baseball. What you mean?
You need to run.
I can DH, baby. I ain't got to play.
Yeah, I can DH.
Yeah, you talking about? What are you talking about? I be
if I do have bad knees, I can just play first base.
He said I play first base.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I got baseball years in me. Just let me give me the steroid that lets me hit like Ichiro, and I promise you, I'll be whatever. You can bribe me whatever team you want me to go to. I'm there.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I ain't playing the fucking field, nigga. I'm DHing like David Ortiz, nigga. We played the NL. Looks like I'm sitting on the bench that day. Better bring me in the pinch hit, coach. That's it.
I'll pinch hit in the 8th inning if you need me to, player. What's up?
Mm-hmm. That's it. I'm cool. Just gonna get them checks. Get them checks, baby.
Yeah, y'all.
But of course,
complete nonsense. Barry Bonds ain't in the Hall of Fame. Complete utter nonsense.
But that, ladies and
we're not even gonna bring up being racist either. That's the great thing.
About this one. Look,
we could have a whole show about the racism in baseball. But
we could talk about the racism for that. As soon as baseball, as soon as they get their deal done, we could talk about all the racism in baseball. I can go on for a while about this one, my friend. Let me tell you. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was, of course, a trip into a mind of a madman. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mace's madness. But of course, look at that. He took his bow and everything, boy. He feeling fancy today. But of course, we have another big event going on this weekend besides the NFL playoffs, and we will end with the NFL playoffs. So we're going to hit this other big event, and I know I am excited because me and my daughter watch every pay-per-view together. Tonight, we have the WWE Royal Rumble, a tradition that has gone on for quite a long time here. We have got some pretty decent matches on this card. For I would say I do have some personal feelings of anger about some of this card, but you know, we can get there. So we'll just start here with a quick question for my man Mase. I have to ask, what are some of your memories of the Royal Rumble?
Oh man, what Royal Rumble was that? Who I think it was one of the ones where damn, I can't think.
I wish I could work off it. I'm working.
Come back to me on this one, bro, because I'm thinking hard about this.
I'm working. I was like, I'm thinking hard. I gave it to him.
Well, I can make it simple for you guys. For me, it will always be when Stone Cold won back-to-back Rumbles. When you win back-to-back Rumbles, you are the motherfucking man. Okay, plain out and simple. Look, Stone Cold isn't even my favorite dude from the era. I love him, but I love The Rock more. The Rock is that dude. Okay. But Stone Cold, bro, 2 Royal Rumbles in a row when you were the antithesis to the main heel at that point, when you were the guy that he was trying to do everything he could to stop you from having any success. The storytelling was amazing. I'd like to say that was awesome. And I just want to say this. No matter what happens with Charlotte Flair at this card, you better not give this bitch, if she lose that belt, that bitch better not have another shot, and she better not come out there and win that fucking Royal Rumble. I will lose my goddamn mind. I'm telling you right now, I done had enough of this Charlotte Flair bull. Okay, I'm done with it, bro. I'm done with it.
You're gonna deal with it because of her last name. That's what you're gonna deal with. She's gonna have 16 title reigns.
She doesn't deserve it.
She's automatically getting it. She's gonna make it 17.
She's not even that good, Darrell.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna be 17, so she could get one up after her dad and call it a day. That's the plan. That's why these title reigns are unnecessary half the time.
It's super lame. It's super fucking lame. Like,
shit, she can say, you know what? I'm gonna put you over for a day. Give me back my belt. And that's what that is. It's literally that is how WWE works. That's how it works. You know how Sasha Banks got screwed over? You seen that. I know all you seen it. Sasha Banks has never carried a reign longer than 2 to 3 weeks back when it was the whole Raw era with that title. She will keep that thing for a week. She'll lose it the next week. She'll go back, win it again. She'll lose it in 2 weeks. And go. She'll get it on a Raw show. Lose it 3 weeks after that. Like they do that. She was getting so snubbed. They had to do the whole Bayley, Sasha Banks tag team with them both holding each show's freaking title to make her actually seem like she can have it longer. That's how bad it was. If any rant, Sasha Banks should be out that company for all the snubs she got for that title.
Okay, so I think it was either Edge or Randy Orton. It was like one of the last times the first person to enter the Royal Rumble actually won that bitch. It was one of them two, wasn't it?
They weren't. Edge was like I think third from last. I think you was talking about the Edge one. Is it the Edge one? Was it Jericho still on the roster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it was Edge. It was Edge, but he was not last.
No, but he was like one of the first people to enter that bitch. Like he was like number one and somewhere within like the top 5.
I think.
But anyways, the reason why that one is so memorable for me, bro, is because I hated Edge's guts. This was like right when this man like went full heel. When I tell you, man,
You didn't
Edge
like Edge?
burned me up, though. I don't even know why. I really don't know. I really don't know why. What about his character just burned me up? But man, Edge burned my soul.
Rated R superstar definitely. Got
You know how you be like thinking to yourself, like, bro, if I ever had a chance to help this person out, I wouldn't. If he was on fire, you got it, player. You can figure it out.
Not Edge, man. Edge
Yeah,
was
but,
good.
bro, I hated Edge's guts.
Oh,
And I was just thinking this entire Rumble, I was like, listen, somebody please knock him out. And he would get stunned on the ropes, or he'll fly over and just slide through the bottom. That stuff just hurt. That had me burning up the whole time.
I don't know, man. Edge has he's probably top 5 in best themes overall.
Listen, he was such a good heel. Everybody hated him. I hated his guts. He did his
job. He did his job.
Yeah, he did. I mean,
he did his job.
Brian fucking Vo. I hated your guts.
Some people can't even pull off being a heel to get hated on nowadays. They just like, nigga, you a neutral.
Bro,
you a new.
There have been 3 men that have done it.
Yes.
And it has been Shawn Michaels, Chris Benoit, and Edge.
Yeah, like I said, Edge had me so tight that whole time. I'm like, somebody please knock this man out.
They keep on racing Chris Benoit, but they can't because he's in history.
Bro. Right. Listen, if the internet didn't exist, Chris Benoit would be completely erased from WWE history. Okay, and they would act like he never existed, plain out and simple.
That's the problem.
But yeah, man, that for me, that Rumble was so stressful, dog. Because the only thing I wanted was Edge to get knocked out. The only thing.
I bet you I know what was Darrell's favorite Royal Rumble winner of all time. It was probably when Mr. McMahon won the Royal Rumble.
What? Running the whole time?
What kind of nonsense is this? What kind of nonsense is that?
Hey, my man was running or hiding in the corner the whole time, bro. I don't think
I'll tell you this. I don't have a favorite winner, but I have a favorite moment. Like, the only moment I like for the Rumble at this point that I can like go back and just like celebrate is probably when AJ Styles came to the WWE.
That's it?
Yeah, honestly, because the Royal Rumbles, like, they never had anything that was, how would I say it? The Royal Rumble is good for surprise entrance, right? But there was never like a big surprise like that in so many years.
So you gonna tell me Carlito being there wasn't a big surprise for you? Come on, bro. You can't tell me that it was not a big surprise for you.
Buff Carlito?
Yes, you cannot say that wasn't after everything.
No, because that wasn't even a wow, Carlito. I never even liked this character. Like,
see, that's why. See, you didn't like Carlito.
You know what?
In the face of those who
what's more of a surprise, Carlito or seeing Ryback as an entrance?
Well, I just want to throw the whole Ryback away, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I was never no Ryback fan.
Nah, like seriously,
wasn't he feed me more?
Yeah, feed me more.
That's a terrible.
No. But honestly, let's honestly say Ryback did have the shittiest way of trying to get a title because he had to deal with the Shield and Nexus at the same time. and the CM Punk nonsense.
And
He was not getting that title. He was not getting that.
You're telling me he deserved the title?
I didn't say he deserved the title.
Okay, so why the fuck you
just
bring
said
up the title with him?
I'm just saying, just getting a title in general was pretty shitty for him. Shit, Heath Slater got a title.
I mean, you gonna stop hating on my man. He's done.
Because he got kids, right?
That's 3MB, baby. You can't hate on that, baby. You know what I'm saying? They had that 3-man band, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Man, the 3-man band is freaking buffed and steroid up. That's what they are. They used to be skinny shrimps, and now they all buff. Get out of here. 3-man band. You mean 3-man steroids?
I don't know what them fellas doctors may have prescribed them, but I will say there seems to have been some later in life muscle gain.
Later in life muscle. I'm still wondering about Drew McIntyre. He just got buff all of a sudden. That man used to be he was too skinny, man. That man was.
Hey, it is what it is, right? But speaking of the Rumble, I have to ask Mase, who are you hoping will make a special appearance as an entrance into the Royal Rumble tonight?
A special appearance.
Because there's always multiple people that just out of nowhere they get them, they come back, and then most of the time they're the people that get thrown out.
Well, you must fill into Mase that WWE and Impact have a partnership, so there's going to be TNA people in the Royal Rumble. Yes, there's going to be TNA people in the Royal Rumble. We don't know who, but we already have one confirmed as Mickie James holding the title over there, so she's going to be in the Rumble with carrying. So that's different. So we don't know who's coming out the men's. So that's just open.
Who do you want though, Mase? Who is somebody that you would be like, this motherfucker come out, it makes my night tonight?
You know what, man? We can always hope and dream for one of our favorite retired fighters to give us one last hurrah.
Who's that?
Listen, bro. If I could get one last Undertaker appearance.
Oh my God! Stop.
Sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
He's.
Listen, bro. He ain't even got to do nothing. Just come out there, walk the tightrope one time. Can't you
just satisfy his wife is going to be in the Rumble? Can you just satisfy that?
Okay, well, that's more. That's even more reason.
Why do you want to ruin my Royal Rumble experience, Mase? Talking about fucking bringing the Undertaker. Why do you want to ruin it, bro? Do you not want me to have a good time watching it? Like, you're just wishing bad things upon me, huh?
Hey, wait, what's your problem with Undertaker? I need to know.
He's super washed. He's washed.
He's super
hey,
washed.
bro, I don't expect greatness. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect this man to come out there and tombstone a nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Why do I need to watch this old man barely get around the ring anymore? Okay, why do I need this?
You know what? Why? You know what, Mase? Just because of the sake of it, I hope badass Undertaker comes out. Limp Bizkit freaking Undertaker comes out with the motorcycle.
The American Badass. That's the one you want.
I didn't hate American Badass Undertaker, so. But still, no, man, fuck that Undertaker stuff, man. Stop that right now. Y'all are ridiculous. You want him to come back and what? So then he performs one move and then he gets knocked out and then he just and then walks away. That's what you want?
That's it. That's all I want.
I'm done.
Hey, he got a better chance getting Kane in that Rumble tonight than Undertaker.
Hey, we're gonna talk about washed.
I don't know. You can't be throwing this word "washed" around all day.
Hold on now. Let's go back here. What happened when it was the Brothers of Destruction versus DX? Huh, Darrell? What happened when they did that match relatively recently? How did that turn out?
Everybody has bad knees. Triple H got bad knees. Shawn Michaels got bad knees. Undertaker got bad knees. Kane got bad knees. They all have finishers with bad knees. Come on, man. Come on. You know what? Let's be honest. Let's put a poll right now between Undertaker, Kane, and Triple H. Who has the worst slams with their knees on that canvas with all the years? With their finisher?
Easy Undertaker.
I'm gonna have to say Triple H because Triple H was a part of that era where they were like, "Hey, let's stack up on this table out here outside on this cement, and I'm gonna pedigree you through it." So,
and you forget. Come on, we all play wrestling games. You know that one pedigree that has the one knee and the other one's lifted up.
Hey, bro, that's what I'm saying.
Like that's a lot of damage.
It's like Hulk
with
Hogan.
the impact.
You know Hulk Hogan's spine has literally been compressed because of all his leg drops that he did. Like, hey, wrestling, it'll take it out of you. It'll take it out of you. Now, how much has been compressed? Hulk Hogan will tell you he lost like 3-4 inches, but you know, nigga, that's really not medically. They say, nigga, if you lost that much height, your spine has way more problems than what you talk about. So slow down there, Mr. Hogan. There, look, I'm gonna send it to you guys after this, but Jim Cornette is hilarious when he talks about the lies that Hulk Hogan has told.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yo, if you talk about a man that just throw punches everywhere, that man does not he just lets it off. He just like
No.
you just
look. I just want to tell you one of the lies, and this is the one that makes me laugh so much. This man was like, "Hey, I was the first person to notice Kevin Owens. I was the reason that he got to the top." Nigga, what?
Good for that.
Kevin Owens was wrestling in the independents for years, had a name that was already established across America before you ever done with him. But you was the one that noticed him, huh, Hulk? Okay. All right.
He be doing that Dark Side of the Ring, too. You ever see any of the Dark Side of the Rings with Jim Cornette? He be always doing that.
Hey, look, I'll tell you something. Lou's favorite character in all this wrestling stuff is Jim Cornette, because Jim Cornette be out here giving people the blues. Like, look, when she first saw how much he hated Vince Russo's guts, she was like, "Why does he hate him so much?" But it happens, bro. It happens. But yeah, fuck that Undertaker stuff. Y'all better stop that right now. Stop trying to ruin the Rumble from you. Both of y'all can stand. Y'all can both go to hell for that. Okay.
You know what I want? I want Moose. I want to see Moose because he set that promo up. I think he already knew the deal. I think he set that shit up. He said, "I'm better than everybody." I think I see Moose in the Rumble. If I see Moose in the Rumble, I call it a day because the last All Out that happened, I predicted Jay Lethal was going to show up, and he showed up. So I'm just going to say.
Well, for me, honestly, I don't really know.
It's hard because
my mind says RVD, but like there's no purpose. He's old now. I've seen him throw his body to the wind enough times that I don't think I
put
need
some
that
respect on my man's name, my favorite wrestler right there.
Hey, look, you talking to a dude who like top 3 tag teams for him all time, RVD and Sabu. They
yes, I was there watching. I was watching those ECW things before it went to Spike and TNN. I remember all those days. I was watching all that when he was coming out his walk with walk and everything. Yeah, I hate that they censored all that. They censored all his freaking themes.
Well, they had to. They ain't paying the rights for that shit. So yeah, they had to, bro. I don't know if you know
that in New Jack. I was pissed.
Hey. New Jack is a psychopath that masqueraded as a wrestler for a lot of years. That man he was willing to kill people. Okay, so New Jack's crazy. He's different. Okay, we have like there was dudes in ECW that were crazy, like Rob Van Dam and Sabu, because they threw their body to the wind. And then there was people where it's like he's trying to kill someone, and that was New Jack. Him and Sandman, it was like, are y'all trying to actually murder this person?
Trust me, New Jack had gave Devon the best sells of all time. Let's say that right now. Because getting slapped with a keyboard, a baking pan, baking sheet, a kendo stick, a staple gun, a fork, a shiv.
Look, if we're talking about New Jack, just never forget these 2 stories about him. Number 1, when a dude took a bad bump on him, jumping off of him and hit him in his head and shit, fucked up his eye. His payback was when they were doing a scaffolding match to hit him with a taser and then throw him off of the top of the scaffolding. This man would have died if not for the fact that New Jack missed his toss and he ended up hitting the ropes. New Jack was trying to toss him to the floor. He has admitted this on recorded camera. He has admitted this. Number two, never forget that when a guy was being, what New Jack said, a little bit too rough with him in a real extreme match, New Jack took a box cutter and cut this man's forehead. Never forget that.
You talking about Mass
That's
Transit?
the guy we're talking about.
We're talking about Mass Transit?
I think that's who it is.
Mass Transit was the amateur little kid that came in the ring. He thought he was 18, but he was really younger, and he got beat the hell up and bloodied and bastard.
No. This was literally someone he cut. Yeah, no. That's Mass Transit. Yeah. He cut him with the surgical. I'm sorry, it was a surgical scalpel, man. It's not a box
there
cutter.
We go.
Surgical scalpel. Cut this man's forehead.
That's the only two things you need to know about that. Is the one, he got the receipt for throwing the man off, and Mass Transit, the two controversial, most hold on his profile of dangerous. XPW and ECW.
Yep. So he's legitimately like I said, New Jack was a homicidal maniac that was masquerading as a wrestler.
So he found a profession where he could put people's lives in danger and got good at it.
Yep.
Here's the weird part though, like, right? Other people that work with New Jack, they said if you worked with him and like you didn't like cheap shot him or anything like that, like he's gonna work legit with you. He's gonna give you a great match. But once you like cheap shot him, he was like psychopath. He was like 0 to 100, dog. I'm about to kill you now for real.
Oh, okay.
Like I said,
so
Mase.
this man was just
an accidental knee, Mase. An accidental knee caused him to tase a man, toss him off the scaffolding.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Trying to kill him.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. After I get out the hospital, I got to kill him. That's the only logical thing you can do after that. You not only do you tase me, my boy, you throw me off some shit.
Well, it was a receipt. It was a receipt from the last match they did.
Yeah, it was.
Listen.
You
tase me when I was not prepared to get tased. You got to die.
Try getting up from this fall, boy.
And if I do, in fact, get up from said fall.
Oh, Mase, look at that. I want you to actually see this, right? Look at that real quick. That's the video of it. I want you to see New Jack throw this man because look, me and Darrell have seen this. We know exactly what this is. We know that this man literally tried to commit homicide on pay-per-view. He didn't care. He was trying to kill this man, Mase. He tried to. I mean, Darrell, look, like, how did he not go to jail, Darrell? How did they not arrest him after that? Like, yo, you tried to kill that
It's
man.
loading up right now, bro. I got to see this.
Seriously, Darrell, like, we've seen people do some sketchy stuff in rings, right? But it's normally all hey, the shit might have been bad. Darrell, he tried to kill him. How did the police not have him in handcuffs walking out of the arena?
I must be psycho. That just brought a smile to my face when I seen that man just dolly and just smack the freaking table and then hit the rope. I'm sorry. That sounds so cruel. I'm sorry. His body was like a little bear. You ever seen a bear fall off a tree? You ever seen a bear fall off a tree? That's what that is. Yo, Mase, when you remember when you said a bear?
Yo, no, dog. I'm gonna tell you right. I'm gonna tell you right now. Once I get out the hospital, that man has to die.
Yo, Mase, that was a bear falling off a tree.
And so you seen Mase how close that man was.
This man looks like he crazy. How did they not see it? How did they not see this coming? This man looks like a psycho. Listen, I'm not here to judge people. That's not what I do, okay? But this man looks like a psycho. This man looks like he was the kid. He was the quiet kid in school who got picked on a few too many times, and then that one time he brought a sock full of rocks to school and just started cracking dudes over the head one day. That's what he looks like.
You know, it would have been great if it was like Natural Born Killers playing in the background like ECW and while he threw the whole thing.
Listen, oh man. Like he missed his target.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You see, like I said, dude, you saw Mase. He barely clipped the ropes. If he did not clip the ropes, he was dead. There was no questions about that. So yes, New Jack's rest in peace, New Jack. But yes, you were a psychopath that got to be a wrestler, and we let you get away with it without really asking too many questions. To be honest with you.
That's like the epitome of lying on your fucking resume right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, calm, collected. You know what I'm saying? We're good.
No, whoa, no, Mase. Nobody ever thought New Jack was cool, calm, and collected. Everybody knew he was crazy.
That man was cool, calm, and collected when he had a rivalry. Man, the many days he was facing Angel, there was staple matches every neutral day. It was like every main show, like not even like a television show, like the equivalent to their Raw for like 30 to an hour. It's literally a staple match. He brings a staple gun in. They both going like both each other. It's like literally a staple gun. No lie. It'll be a bloody mess. I'm watching that as a little kid. That was great.
Mase, have you ever seen New Jack's forehead?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I saw a picture of his forehead, bro. All of that there was just trashed. All of this here was trashed.
Yeah, and that's what I said to you. All those staple matches, staple gun matches. Yes, real thing. Real thing.
Ain't no way I'm getting in the ring with him. I'll retire before I get. I'm good. Y'all got it.
Hey, I mean,
I don't think Taz got in the ring with him either.
Do you want to tell him about the David Arquette incident? About when he got in there with old boy? Do you want to tell him about it?
You got that. Right? You got that.
All right, so you remember back in the 90s, right, when David Arquette came to WCW and they ended up making him the champ, right? And people gave him shit from that for forever and a day. Well, part of how he tried to redeem his name is that he was going to come back and do some of that super extreme wrestling, right? Where they be hitting each other with light bulbs and all types of that shit, right? Well, he was in a match with, what is his name, Darrell? God damn it, I can't think, because he's like one of the more famous dudes that are in all that extreme wrestling. What's his name? Dude from GCW. What's his name? He was in AEW for like a couple weeks. What?
Mike. No, it wasn't Mike. The death match guy, right?
Yes, that guy.
Yeah, I know you talk about, but I can't think of his name. That's why I was going to have to look it up.
What is his name? What is his name? Goodness gracious. So Nick Gage. There we go. That's who.
Nick Gage. There it goes. Nick Gage. Yeah.
So Nick Gage is a famous dude in this. Like he's like what some call like the Godfather of this, because that's
king of
his whole Steve. Yeah, he that's his shit. But he had one with David Arquette, and he felt like Arquette wasn't really cooperating. So he started stabbing this nigga in the head with a light bulb. In the head. Yep.
A light bulb. Get over here, boy.
I mean, legitimately.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's wowza. That's all you can say, right? That's all you can say. So, Mase, when you see what I'm talking about, you just understand that there's WWE and then and AEW and TNA, right? And then there's a whole bunch of
142.
psychos out here doing
142.
stuff like this, bro. A whole
Base
bunch.
142. You got it. 142 on the ropes, just slashing that man.
Yeah, people are crazy, Mase. Really fucking crazy.
You said 142.
It's why.
Okay.
Yeah, go
Look,
142.
I do something in wrestling, but those death matches never in my life. Never. Not even. And don't even ask me to get involved in it where I come hit somebody with some. Nope, nigga, I might step on some glass and fuck myself up. Nope, I'm cool. I'm good on that, dog. Keep me out of that madness. That shit's for psychos.
Well, yo,
that's what I was waiting for.
Why he just jabbing this man in the forehead?
Yo,
bruh,
is that like the equivalent of like you are nobody to me and I'm gonna slap the crap out of you like you a dummy?
bruh. Do you see?
Bro, he's just jabbing him in the forehead.
Yes. So there's a lot of psychos out there, but I have to ask Darrell, of the matches tonight, we've got 3 big title matches that go along with the men's Royal Rumble and the women's Royal Rumble. I have to ask, what is going to be in your mind the match of the night?
Probably the Drew Drop versus Becky Lynch, the match that everybody wanted like years back, because that is probably going to be the better match. Because honestly, let's be really honest, Seth Rollins is not winning the title. Brock Lesnar is not losing to Bobby Lashley. That, even though that match should have been a match a while ago that Bobby Lashley should have won, but how they're going to build it and how I feel like they're going to script it, we might see a title versus title with Reigns and Brock Lesnar, since the match never happened. I feel it in my soul. That's going to happen. You
think that's going to be a WrestleMania type deal?
Yeah, that's what I feel. Because I don't see them carrying a Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar all the way to between 3 pay-per-views as a rivalry. I don't see it. Because you got Fastlane, you're gonna come up with some other dumb freaking name for a pay-per-view, and then you got WrestleMania. Like, I don't see you carrying a feud like that. That sounds like a John Cena thing, and I don't think they be John Cena anything right now. If it's not John Cena is too busy making Peacemaker over here. he don't got time for wrestling. He already got retired by Roman Reigns. So it's already good. Yeah, so if I had to go in the total, like in the rounds of like the best, it would be like the women's championship, Universal, then WWE. That would be my play on which one would be good. I'll go off of that.
First off, how dare you say we've been waiting for Becky Lynch to do drop? I ain't been waiting on that shit. And I don't know who has been, but whoever has been.
You're not an indie guy. You're not an indie guy. You don't be indie in it. Come on, man. I don't even think the Grill of Destiny tickles your interest at this point. They finally fighting somebody in the US.
Look, let me tell you something. If I'm not seeing Becky Lynch getting ready to drop that belt to Sasha Banks or Bianca Belair, I don't know what we even talk about, baby, because you can keep all the motherfucking matches, because the matches any of those combinations would put on would be better than what's going to be happening tonight. So cool, so be it. For me, without a question, match of the night's going to be Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. They're going to try and tear this house down tonight. They know they got Brock Lesnar in the building, which means they got to tear the house down. They have to get that crowd so crazy that after we watch Brock and Bobby go at each other and just muscle each other up for a couple minutes.
That should sound like, that should look like it's going to be boring.
It's just going to be two big buff muscle guys going at each other.
That should look like it's going to be boring.
Oh, it's going to be so asinine. Like, look, This is why they should have never gave Brock the damn belt. It doesn't even make sense for what at this point. Now I will say this: after going to that damn event, without going to SmackDown and seeing Brock Lesnar in person for the first time, that is a big motherfucker. Okay, like I cannot front to y'all.
You can take him.
No, that big country Nebraska, Minnesota corn-fed white dude.
Get him at his knees. Drop kick his knees. Drop kick his knees.
Nah, bro. He looked like he could, if he gained a little bit of weight, he could play offensive lineman in Nebraska. And if you look like that, I probably don't want to fight you, bro. I'm cool with that. You a big corn-fed dude. I'm straight on that. So nah. You can keep it. Did you are you serious? You out? Darrell, you see him in person, you gonna be like, oh no. Now, like I done seen some of them cruiserweights and shit, and I'm like, oh nigga, I can whoop your ass, dog. Like I'll give you the blues. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? I get him the blues. Brock Lesnar? Nah, that's a big dude right there. I ain't fighting that. That's too far out my weight class, baby.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Brock Lesnar get shot.
Mark Hunt did
it. hey, Mark Hunt did it. And look at how much Mark Hunt weighed. Okay? Look at Mark Hunt. Look at his whole disposition compared to mine. Okay? He's built to do that. I'm not built to hit that man. That man, Brock Lesnar, got lunch boxes in his hands. You think I want to fight that shit? Nah, I'm straight, bro. I don't need my whole face bruised up and lumped up. I'm good.
I know this is off topic. You give Francis versus Brock. Who wins?
Shut your
Francis. Not even a question. Which is actually where I wanted to go with you here before we made our picks for football. I have to ask, Darrell, I know we're kind of all over the place, people, and I'm sorry. I know we're a little more organized, but it's been a good day. It's been a good day. We're keeping it rolling here. But I have to ask you, Darrell, how does it feel to again doubt another black fighter from winning and him go out there and whoop that ass, baby? Darrell, how you like it? How you like it that Jerome was right? How did you like it that I was right?
See, Mase, this is the equivalent of you haven't been there before. That's what
so you gotta act like you've been there before, bro.
You gotta act like you've been there before. You see, like that just tells how many predictions I got right. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
you just confirming that.
No. I'm just like Dion. When I get to the end zone and I score, I might as well do a little dance on you too. You know what I'm saying? Give you a little.
Honestly, what did Francis do? Lay on somebody for 3 rounds. He lost the first 2 rounds.
He did something that we thought he could never win a fight by, which is he went in there and dominated a guy.
He didn't
with
dominate
pure grappling. Yes, he did. He dominated him with grappling. If Francis knew how to, if Francis knew how to properly get his leverage on the ground, Gane would have been knocked out. He would have been knocked out consistently, like he was giving up. Francis was getting the positions where if you see a guy like Khabib get that, Khabib's hitting you with strikes, elbows, hammer fists.
Can't do that when you're tired. He was tired.
I mean, come on, dog. We didn't see George.
He was tired with bad knees.
When they're tired.
He was tired with bad knees. That's why he came with them pads.
Hey, ain't that funny? He was tired with bad knees and still won despite all your hate.
I can lay on you if I weigh more than you. And the man didn't, and the guy that he was facing didn't have no groundwork. If he had if Gane had Stipe's groundwork,
the man came in there unprepared and got
exactly. He definitely did because he went on to the knowledge since I have never been taken down in the 15 fights I have been in. I don't have to work on my ground. I just have to work on my defense.
So why is that Francis's problem?
No, I said that's Gane's problem. I never said it's Francis.
Oh, okay, cool. So again, Francis went in there and proved to you again why he is the best heavyweight in UFC.
He didn't prove nothing. He didn't
prove really? Thing. He did. You
he
said
just
he
proved that he could survive.
He won a fight in a way that nobody thought he could win a fight.
Yeah, you said he could only win by knockouts, Darrell. You said he could only win by knockouts.
He feels like a winner if he wins by knockout. Yes.
Wait. Whose hand got raised at the end of that fight? Whose hand did they say? Just remind me. Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
were you the person? Were you the person that called Dana White and told him not to put the belt around his waist? Bro?
I told
both of
him
y'all-
I wanted to talk to Johnny Knoxville in the back, so I called him up. I said, "Don't put the belt on him. Just don't worry about him. We have to do this jackass thing right quick."
He
It
called
had
him
to
up.
be. It had to be.
He called him up. He was like, "Fuck that nigga, man."
Well, I gotta see the movie anyway because freaking Francis is gonna punch somebody in the nuts, so I gotta see that. I gotta
oh yeah,
see
you
that.
didn't see that in the previews of that, Mace?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
Francis is gonna punch one of these motherfuckers in the nuts with a cup on. Yeah, good luck to him, dog.
Listen, bro,
Man.
you know what, man? Them motherfuckers and jackass, them niggas is legends. You remember, bro, you remember the episode where they dropped the baseball off like the 3-story building onto dude's nuts? Remember that one? Yo, man.
Yo, Jackass has the most disgusting and most painful things that you can obviously see.
Listen,
I'm sorry, cancel culture. You cannot cancel Jackass just because your
can't.
feelings are hurt.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to with cancel culture?
Everybody loves
what are you?
Jackass.
What are you, a white Republican now? Oh, this cancel culture is coming for everything.
I don't have.
No.
I don't have the hat. I don't have the hat you gave me that you purchased for me.
I gave you. Whoa. You had that hat before we ever met, baby. You was up there, red hat, baby, hard to the front.
Hey, man, them motherfuckers Jackass are straight legends, bro. Like, it's really just that simple, man.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah,
you ain't wrong.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the hell we were talking about. Y'all done got me so sidetracked with Jackass. Oh my lord. Well, fuck it. We gotta get to the games of this weekend here. so we have both the AFC and the NFC Conference Championship here. Like we discussed earlier in the show here, there was some amazing football played last week, and which resulted in us now getting Cincinnati at Kansas City. And the goodness gracious, how did I just blink out?
The Rams and the 49ers.
Thank you. Historically, with teams that meet 3 times, normally the team that has already won the first 2 meetings ends up winning the third meeting. So that leans towards the 49ers. But even though I picked against the devil last week, I'm not that brave to pick Jimmy G 2 weeks in a row. I think the Rams are going to sneak this game away by like a field goal. I think we're going to see both quarterbacks turn the ball over, and they're going to sneak away with a field goal at the end. I see something like a Jimmy G sack fumble or sack interception. You know what I mean? I see one of those being the decider like in the fourth quarter. And the Niners and Kyle Shanahan finally having to be honest with themselves in the mirror here. So, Mase, who do you got on this game here?
The Rams are going to exercise this Kyle Shanahan demon, man. McVay gonna scheme it up right. They're going to do just enough. And like you said, man, Jimmy G has been trying to give these games away in the playoffs. Let's just be upfront about this. Jimmy G has not played well. The only people that have said Jimmy G plays well is his head coach and the dude he hands the ball off to all the time.
Worst quarterback performance to ever make a conference championship? I'd say so.
Even Trent Dilfer was playing better for the Ravens.
Trent wasn't out there trying to give the game away. He ain't gonna go win it, but he wasn't out there like, hey, baby, look. Interception.
Garoppolo legitimately tries to give these games away, and the defense and Deebo Samuel bails him out consistently. Ain't no way. Like, listen, bro, you're playing with fire. You can't win like that.
Look, I understand that those Niners guys want to defend their quarterback and talk about,
but they know. They know.
Look at his win percentage. Listen, guys, we get it. We know you all know. You don't have to come out here and do that. You don't have to make yourself seem intellectually dishonest because we all know in that fucking locker room, y'all is like, Kyle, please put Trey Lance in the game so we don't have to keep doing this. Because remember this, The San Francisco 49ers won in Green Bay last week without scoring a damn offensive touchdown. And if you do that,
I'm going to give you this every time. I'm going to give you this. You know what's in this hand. You don't know what's in this one. And y'all keep picking this hand. I don't know why you keep picking this hand, but you keep picking this hand.
So, yeah, I think that's going to end up costing them in the end there. So, yeah. Darrell, who you got?
Oh, I got 49ers. And
so, you going to ride with Jimmy G? You going to ride with him?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride to the win. I'm going to have my cowboy hat on, too, when they win. So
you are a braver man than me. I am not riding with no damn Jimmy G, dog. Look, Niners fans don't even want to ride with Jimmy G. Why would I do that? Okay,
man, that sounds
if
like
I got Willow here right now, he would be like, "Hell no, we don't. We should have Trey Lance in the game. What are we doing?"
Man, Jimmy G sounds like a good sandwich too.
Let me go down to Jersey Mike's and get me a Jimmy G.
You know it sounds right too. You can't get mad at me.
Let me get that Jimmy G with extra mustard.
They're gonna start it off as an NIU exclusive. Like, hey, this is where we went to school. We got a location right here, baby. Here you go. Y'all stupid, both of y'all. But I'm actually pretty surprised by Darrell saying that he's going to go with the Niners there. But, hey, it's fair enough. I could understand it with them being the team that has already won the previous two meetings here. But finishing out the games of this week, of course, we have got what will probably end up being the game of the week, the Bengals at the Chiefs. The Bengals won their previous meeting, and that was only roughly 4 or 5 weeks ago. The Bengals won that matchup, and in fairness, they really showed that they were a better team on that day. Now, are they a better team overall? No, I think that was the old, hey, you can beat anyone on any given Sunday. And at the end of the day, the GOAT, Patty Mahomes, is going to go ahead and get himself to another Super Bowl, baby. So, yes, I am taking Chiefs by 10 here. I don't think we're going to get another heart-pumping, stupid, you can't even write this type of shit ending. I don't think we're getting another one of those. I think the Chiefs come out and play a much better game, especially on defense. The one thing that does worry me, though, is I know Matthew was out, with that concussion last week. Even if he tries to play tomorrow, got questions on whether there's some lingering symptoms that are going to end up being there that can affect his play. And against an explosive offense in the way that the Bengals are, you need everybody to be on their game. So that could be one of their weaknesses again. By the way, I just want to say, I'm going to say it here, Mase, right now. And I know there's going to be a lot of Bengals fans that are going to be pissed off. Your coach sucks. Your coach sucks. How do you let your franchise quarterback, who you knew last season he was getting killed, right? Y'all had to do a better job of protecting him. How's it this season in the bigger games of the year, the biggest one you've had, you give up 9 sacks. And if not for Ryan Tannehill saying, my God, I don't want to be in the AFC Conference Championship with the chance to get to the Super Bowl at home. I don't want it. Y'all fellas can take this. If it wasn't for that, they would have lost that game. Ryan Tannehill is literally the reason that they won. They didn't deserve to win that game at all. So I just want to say it now, Mase, before it becomes the hot thing to say. Zach Taylor sucks as a coach. How you an offensive guy, but your offense is so revolutionary that my quarterback gets sacked 9 times in a playoff game. For all of Matt Nagy's faults, the dude's got sacked 9 times. But it wasn't in the playoffs. In the playoffs, we was all right. But 9 times for your franchise quarterback, that's crazy. So, Mase, who you got on this one?
I'm going to write the script here for you. Bengals are going to get up early. I think they're going to ride that young swagger. You know what I'm saying? And Chiefs are going to weather that storm and probably hit us with another one of those storybook comebacks that the Chiefs are famous for. I could see them being somewhere down easily 10 points somewhere near the end of the first half and having to make some critical stops and plays in that second half to go ahead and secure the dub. But I'm not gonna sit out here and discredit the Bengals though, man. They present a lot of issues. I mean, even defensively, they present a lot of issues because they are a heavy zone team and they have the secondary to hold up in zone coverages. The guys have been balling out in zones, like they're cornerbacks, Awuzie and God, I can't think of the other guy's name. They have like some very high zone coverage grades. So I mean, that's what these guys do, and I think it's going to give Mahomes a different look than he's gotten over the latter half of the season, because they were giving him the man coverage too high shell for like 9 straight weeks after the Chargers did it and had some success. So I mean, he's gonna get some different looks this game that I think he has in a while, and it might put them behind early, but they're gonna figure it out. I got the Chiefs winning this. They're gonna figure it out.
Darrell, who you got?
I believe in the Madden curse, so Bengals.
So that's what it is there, Mase. That's how he's gonna account for Tom Brady looking washed there. He's like, it's the Madden curse, bro. It's the Madden
both on the cover.
curse.
Him and Patty on the cover. They're gonna lose.
You can go right to hell. I hope you know that. Just admit it that your man's is washed, bro. Okay, just admit it. He's washed.
I admit he's
up.
washed if you admit that I won that Monopoly game. And I guess that's never gonna happen.
That'll never happen. I don't even know what Monopoly game you're talking about, sir, because we've only played a total of 4 games. I don't know what you're even talking about. I don't know. What game are you talking about? Because I've won 2. You know what I'm saying?
I won 2.
No, you won 1. And then the other game, it just like it blew up. So I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what victory you're talking about. And that game never happened. It never happened.
This gives me Sugar Show vibes, yo. Stop.
I'm just saying that game never happened.
You lost and you just don't recall. You just don't count it. It never blemished your revenue.
I can't count games where people sabotage and collude against me. I can't do that. That was collusion against me, and I know it. Because you didn't want to make a deal with me, Darrell, but you sure was down with giving sweetheart deals out with Mase. So, like I said, collusion. Okay?
We could play after the show.
Collusion. Collusion, ladies and gentlemen. You see this? You see it? You see how Mase didn't say nothing? It's because he knows he was out there colluding with Darrell last week.
Nah, bro, I told you. I just have to make a reckless move, bro. I'm over right now, dog.
Collusion.
The game is cheating me right now, dog.
I will agree with you. The game is hoeing you, but you colluded with this nigga Darrell, so he had 1 victory.
Ain't no way I'm supposed to lose with as many monopolies as I've collected in these games that we've played. Like, come on, man.
You could have won that last game if you would have just took his fucking money instead of leaving him with all the money, Mase.
Listen, bro,
you know, that money he used to build the houses.
If you tell me
that money, Mase.
Listen, bro, if you tell me I have to avoid 3 spaces and I get a whole side and a corner, come on, man.
Exactly.
But you had no money to build anything, and he had all the money to build.
If you tell me all I got to do is avoid 3 spaces.
Look, I just want to say, these niggas didn't want me to win so bad they colluded against me. I don't give a shit what they talk about. I done seen collusion.
If all I got to do is avoid 3 spaces, I'm taking that chance.
Hey, Mase, how did it go avoiding those 4 spaces called the railroads for you? Not very well. So why the hell you out here taking these chances?
Them railroads be beating my ass. Them railroads be tearing me up.
Facts.
I got to admit they do be tearing you up, especially
whoever got the most railroads. You getting my money, man. It's just so simple.
I never heard of bad RNG in Monopoly until you hit every chance and they're telling you to go to a railroad you don't own and the person owns all four. That is crazy.
They beat your ass.
That's it's too much.
Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is another episode of ITC Sportsball. Make sure you tell the people where to find you. Darrell, where can all the people find you at?
Low Elo Janitor on Twitch. Alvarez Effect for Twitter and Instagram.
Janitor, bro.
Every time he says that, dog, he just kills me, man.
Low Elo Janitor. Like, I don't even. Whatever.
You know what?
You know what,
Low
man?
Elo.
I had some dark times with gamer tags too, man. At one point in time, my gamer tag was Lieutenant Shiny Sides. Cause you remember that episode of Family Guy where Peter bought the goldfish and his name was Lieutenant Shiny Sides? So listen, bro. I was young though when I did it. I wasn't in my 30s when I did this. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't a conscious adult at the time.
This nigga I had busting out low janitor on us.
Yeah, I was young. You know, saying I had a lot more bravado. I had that young bravado, like you couldn't touch me. And I could survive anything at that time, even a gamer tag like Lieutenant Shiny Side. So yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know a baby seriously with that.
I know a baby hombre that feels the same way here around this way, so we ain't gonna talk about that. But Mase, where can the people find you?
You know, man, find me at Twitter at funky_Steph09, Instagram Nindaime Summer, or catch me on Twitch because after I get my first win in Monopoly, I promise you, I'm streaming everyone because my RNG gonna be up. Twitch.tv/Swaggy Mase.
Jesus Christ. You guys know where to find me at JSpanderMan everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, I think too. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, all of them. Find me there. But yeah, just make sure you tune in again next week for another episode of ITC
Sportsball.